Hi guys, it's just no one here.
That's close enough.
So recently I did a video about PS4 mods to enhance Skyrim's werewolves and vampires. This time
That's close
around,
enough.
I want to show you how to enhance combat in Skyrim overall. Just going to show you the mod names and their pictures so you can find them later. Just talk over them briefly as well. I'm going to use the bandit lady up there as a slight little preview of some of these mods in action. It's not really going to do it justice though, so if you really want to see the full use of them, you need to download them yourself. First up, we have the weapon parry and stagger standalone system. This is basically going to have a mechanic that allows you to parry your opponents. It works with basically anything except for like dragons. I don't think you can parry them. But basically when they attack you, if you attack them at the right time, you can stop their attack, giving them a slight stagger effect, stopping their animation, and you're of course dealing the damage while avoiding getting hit by them. Pretty much their way of adding a parry system. It kind of has a little bit more going on there, so if you want to pause the video like right there and read that over, you can, or go ahead and find the mod, download it, give it a try for yourself. It's a great mod, actually adds some combat mechanics that were definitely lacking in vanilla Skyrim. Then we have fair stagger. This is actually going to allow the player to be staggered just about the same as the AI. So, makes combat a little bit more dangerous and gives the AI a little bit more of a fair chance. Then we have realistic enemies. It's going to make the attack cone and radiuses a lot shorter and a lot more realistic. So you're not getting a lot of cheap hits that you would normally get, as well as making attack commitment for the AI and you, like this will all apply to you. It will make the attack commitment mainly for your power attacks to where it's harder for you to really turn fast. Same thing for the AIs where like they can't do those cheap hits where they turn around and hit you even though you're completely out of the way. Like it makes it to where hitting enemies and them hitting you, they actually got to be a little bit more precise rather than getting cheap hits all the time. And it does a little bit extra down here, it'll tell you. So, check that out. Then you have better combat AI. This will make it to where they actually block a little bit more, they bash more at the appropriate times, and they're all around just a little bit more cautious and careful. And they do things to also win. Like that's basically what this does, is makes the AI a little bit smarter and fight more like they're actually trying to win. It's not always going to be perfect, but there are some moments where I've had an AI actually block me, like they didn't even have their block up. Like I thought, oh, they're open, I'm going to swing, and they straight up blocked me, bashed me, did a power attack and then a regular attack, and I was dead. I think it was that old orc guy. Like yeah, he wrecked me with this mod on. Like he actually destroyed me, and he made it look like he was just a normal person. Like it felt like I was fighting a normal person. That's how good it can be. Of course, it's not always going to be that amazing, but just look out because the AI can pull off some pretty saucy shit with this mod on. Then we have balanced damage scale. This simply just makes it to where the difficulty settings aren't simply, oh, the easier settings, you're a god and the NPCs are a wet noodle. And the higher settings, the NPCs are gods and you're a wet noodle. Adept didn't quite nail a balanced damage scale like it should have. And I hate the lazy difficulty system where it's basically either you do a shit ton of damage and the enemies don't, or they do a shit ton of damage and you don't. It's very lazy in my opinion. So this will basically make it to where it's always balanced across the damage for every level of the difficulty. Basically, I have it on legendary right now, so we're all doing like max amount of damage, and only enemies that it makes the most sense will actually do like a higher damage. Like giants and stuff like that are still going to be able to like one-shot you, at least early on in the game. But it also means that you're doing a lot more damage to them, to where they're not as nearly as tanky feeling, so you have more of a chance of beating them without just getting completely wrecked and feeling like you have to just spam on them forever just to take one down. So potentially you could take one down as a level 1 like pretty easily. Won't have to try hard at it. And this is effective blocking. It'll make you and all the enemies be able to block better, but it mainly is going to be effective with the shield. Your weapon blocking is still going to be pretty terrible. And it doesn't really matter for your block skill tree. Like, it doesn't take away from your block skill tree, it'll still make it to, like, better. It'll make it to eventually where, like, you can block all damage. Like, you basically won't take anything at all once you've maxed out your blocking. But even early on, you'll notice it's a lot better, and it will give you more reason to want to use a shield because it prevents a lot more damage even early game, and it would allow you to block a lot more incoming damage from spells. It does grant you the ability to block arrows right from the start, so that perk does kind of get a little wasted, but I find this to be a lot better. But yeah, it only really works for shields. So there's the weapon, not weapon mods. There are the combat mods. I probably will do a video on weapon mods because I have found quite a few that I like, and I feel like they would add a more immersive experience to your weapons and give you more reason to use. I know you can't really see my health there, but the shield did way more blocking defense than it normally would. But I will take away my shield and show you the difference. So it's doing quite a bit more than it did with the shield. See, there's the attack commitment. Normally you would get hit by that power attack, but not now.
This is the end for you.
See how she's being a bit more cautious. She's blocking more. She's trying to bash me and get some hits in. There's more of the attack commitment in play where... There, see how you can actually dodge now. You can just avoid attacks that you normally should have been able to, but... See, hey, normally you would still get hit by some shit like that. It was just bullshit. You can still bash people with the parry thing. Now I'm going to try... Oh, and there's the fair stagger. She actually broke through my block there. And if she hits me even when I'm not blocking, I'll still stagger. So, now I'm going to try to hit her during her attack. We both missed there. Sometimes you will notice that the AI tries to hit you because they're used to being able to hit you from a farther distance away. Okay, let's try to catch her up here. Oh, see, she caught me up. She stopped me from hitting her. She actually bashed appropriately. Okay, come on, I gotta hit you when you're attacking me. Damn it! I wasn't gonna hit her anyways, I don't think. Alright, come on.
You won't live to see tomorrow.
There we go. I hit her as soon as she was going to attack, and it staggered her. So that's kind of like the parry. Oh. Yep. So she hit me during my attack, so I staggered. But unfortunately for her, I still hit her, and it did kill her. We're going to reload that one more time, just to give you a little bit more of a preview of everything going on here.
That's close enough. Now ain't this a surprise?
I still staggered her there.
Weren't expecting that, were you?
She's gonna get stuck on this tree. Oh. Well, I feel like the point is pretty much across. So, those are some mods to enhance combat in Skyrim. Like I said, I'll probably do a video and showing some weapon mods next, which would basically further increase your whole combat playthrough. Until then, peace out and bye.